Podcast is for mature audiences only. So if you're friends with Frankie Fallon,
Frankie Fallon.
In a world full of podcasts, one podcast to rule them all. The Predictably Unpredictable Podcast. Join us if you dare, or if you have nothing else better to do.
Welcome, everybody, to Predictably Unpredictable Episode 7. This is Frankie Foulmouth Falwell, my buddy.
Jeff, the Brains Carroll. This is Lucky 7.
Lucky 7, but I can't believe we made it all the way to 7. I can't believe we made it all the way there. So,
And
thank you guys.
we still have our 3 listeners, right?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Well, we might have.
We probably
At that last episode, I don't think we probably lost 1 or 2 of them.
But
we're down to one.
No more women listeners.
No, we're down to one listener now. He's probably in Dublin.
Yeah, we've already fucked up old people. We talked about old people. We've talked about women drivers. We're alienating everybody.
Oh yeah. The reason that we still have our Dublin guy is because his time changed. He hasn't listened to it yet.
As soon as he does, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
But I want to shout out to a new listener that we had. I've known him for a while. Played golf with him, Ross J. I'm not going to use last names. He just did though. I said Ross J.
Oh, Jay's not his last name?
No.
Oh, it sounded like a last name.
Ross J. Actually, he fought my brother Michael in a Tough Man contest at Muskogee Civic Center.
Nice.
And he started listening to us. He's got a boy who's a stud wrestler. I don't know if he's middle school, early high school age, but anyway, he started listening to us. So shout out to Ross. Say hello to Ross.
Is he going to be an OSU wrestler?
Maybe. I hope that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's an OU fan. He's a moron just like you are. He's an OU fan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Hey, but you know what? Even I know if you're going to wrestle, you got to go OSU.
Yeah, you're right.
You do.
If you're going to golf or wrestle,
if
you're going to play football,
right.
But if you're going to golf or wrestle, you know where to go.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah. Don't fuck around.
That's
you know
right.
where to go.
What were you going to say? Football? Alabama?
Oklahoma State.
No, I'm kidding.
No. I wasn't going to say Oklahoma State for football. I was going to say, you kick our ass every year.
Oh, okay, good. Sooners.
But anyway, yeah. That's the OU. That's the Oklahoma talk right there. But anyway, shout out to Ross. What we're going to do, we got a few things to talk about. I'll get into sports later and go into my chipmunk mode here in a little bit. But
yeah, let us know if you even like that. Cause
no, I think it's fun. I don't care. I told you I don't care. I don't care.
Know.
I'm doing it anyway. Fuck them. I'm doing it anyway because I like that. And this is our podcast. We're doing this shit, so fuck them. If they don't like it, I'm doing it anyway. But one thing, I'm sitting here having a rum and coke. Jeff is having
Cuba Libre, right?
It's a Cuba Libre, rum and coke.
We learned that,
with a little bit of lime juice in it. Mm-hmm. So I'm having a drink, and Jeff is having
shut up.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. He's.
It's the black cherry lemonade.
Cherry.
It's hard lemonade, man.
It's hard lemonade.
It's 5% alcohol.
Well,
it's not a Zima. Come on now.
A Zima's actually tougher than a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Hey, now.
If you got a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, yeah. You got to put a Jolly Rancher in the Zima. Zima's actually coming back. I think they had it.
I have heard that.
Yeah. I don't know why. But you know what? Everything from the 80s and 90s are coming back anyway.
We talked about Polaroids last time.
Yes, they're coming back.
Polaroids, Zima, it's all
coming back.
It's all circular, by the way.
Jelly bracelets,
What?
Jelly bracelets from the 80s. Oh, did you live in the 80s? Yeah, you did.
Did I live in the 80s?
Yeah, how old are you now? 50,
I'm 44
60?
years old.
Oh,
I live in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I lived in the 80s.
You know what jelly bracelets are then?
So if you're an amateur drinker, which I'm not, Jeff.
You're not an amateur drinker?
I'm not an amateur drinker. I've been drinking for a while. And Jeff had Mike's Hard Lemonade right now, so he is an amateur drinker.
Oh, yeah, I am.
So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the top 10 list of drinks that are ordered in the United States of America. These are the top 10 drinks, and I want you to name. I want to know how many of them that you've drank because you haven't seen this list.
Right. No,
correct?
I haven't seen it. No.
So here's the top 10 list, and this is from bars.com, Esquire. They did the bars.com or whatever. And this is where they're ranking the drinks. So number 10 is called a Sazerac.
A what?
Sazerac.
That sounds like something on Star Trek.
Like the pointy-eared
Like
people or something?
Yeah, like the Klingons and the Sazeracs.
Yeah, the Sazerac. So Sazerac is rye whiskey, absinthe, and bitters.
Okay.
So Sazerac's number 10.
So what exactly is bitters? Is it like
bitters is bad, man.
Okay.
If you don't mix your drink right and you got bitters in it,
It's going to be bitter?
it'll make it fucking horrible.
Oh, okay.
You better mix it right if you got bitters.
Can you put bitters in a Mike's Hard Lemonade?
No. That's for pussies. Sorry.
Okay.
So a Sazerac is number 10. Number 9, and I really like this drink, is a mojito. You've had a mojito.
The mojito, I don't really care for the mint. I'm not a mint guy.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
I'm not a mint guy.
You haven't had it right. You haven't had it.
No, I had some good mojitos in Orlando at a place, and
Disneyland.
Yeah, I had a few of those, and I don't know. I got to where I was just kind of like, it almost started tasting like mouthwash.
Well, it does have a lot of sweetness. It's got sugar and stuff, so it's a lot of sweet. I like a mojito. I've had a blackberry mojito down in Houston that was really, really. But the mojito is number 9. But you've had one of those. Number 8 is a Moscow Mule.
Oh yeah, I have a Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule. Those are really good. 7, obviously, is the margarita.
Oh
that was all the way down to number 7.
Really, I thought that'd be like number 1 or something.
Oh, number 7. Number 6, a dry martini, and I do not like martinis. I don't like vermouth.
A dry one versus a wet one. I had to throw that out there.
Dryness
I had to throw that out there.
No, dry martini. Shaken, not stirred.
The Bond way. James Bond.
But I'm not a martini guy. I think it's got a little bit of... It's got a weird taste. I don't like olives, though.
I don't like gin. Gin, to me, doesn't taste very well.
Yeah, gin. Number 5 is a whiskey sour.
Yeah, I like whiskey sour.
Whiskey sours are
like
good.
that.
Bourbon, lemon juice, sugar.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Sweet
basic.
and sour sauce. Sweet and sour sauce. Sweet and sour. It's not sauce.
It's not
a
fucking
sweet and
Chinese,
sour.
man. It's a whiskey sour, dude.
No, it's a whiskey sour.
This is fucking America.
Hey, you do put it's called sweet and sour. It's a mix.
But you don't. It's not.
It's not sauce.
Yeah, it's not sweet and sour sauce. Fucking eating egg rolls with your fucking whiskey sour. What the fuck, man? Okay. And number 4 is a Manhattan.
I've heard of the Manhattan, but I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, again, it's got vermouth and bitters in it, so if it's not mixed right, it's really bad.
Isn't that Manhattan? Isn't that one like those Joan Collins drinks from way back when?
It could be.
Isn't that kind of an old drink?
Yeah, when you're sitting down, you get your hair slicked back, and you're in a suit.
That's an old drink. That's an old people drink.
Number 3 is a daiquiri. We've all had a
daiquiri. Sure.
Number 2, and I've tried these, and I've actually got the stuff to mix it here at the house. I tried one of these, and I hated it. Negroni.
I've never heard of that one.
A Negroni has gin, Campari, I think that's how you pronounce it, and a vermouth.
Gin.
It was horrible. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't do the gin.
And then the last one is an old fashioned. That's the number 1 drink that's ordered in America, which is weird to me because I figured it'd be margarita.
Yeah, I would think margarita because everybody has a margarita. Even places that aren't even Mexican restaurants have margaritas.
I know, but how many Mexican restaurants? They just
Everybody.
margaritas when you walk in.
Oh, yeah. It's like, So that's like weird that an old-fashioned is... I don't think I've ever heard of anybody even ordering an old-fashioned. I mean, older people like... Because, again, that's like the Manhattan. It's an older drink.
But if you watch Mad Men, you'd be ordering... Mad Men. Have you ever seen the show Mad Men?
Yeah.
That's what brought old-fashioned up for me because they were always drinking them all.
And this is just mixed drinks, though, because I remember a long time ago, I was a bartender at a place here in town, and one of the things that I made the most of was whiskey and water, or whiskey neat. It was either
whiskey neat. Yeah.
Yes, it was always like whiskey, bourbon, some kind of bourbon, and either water or bourbon and Coke. It was like that was basically what it was.
Yeah, whiskey neat is a guy drink. I mean, it's just whiskey on ice. And
that's right.
You let it melt a little bit, mix the water in, and it's depends on what you're drinking. If you're drinking, Crown Black versus Jack,
right?
The Jack. I mean, you got to let the water. But if you're drinking like Crown Reserve, or Crown Black, you can throw that shit down.
The whiskey that I like is Tullamore Dew's whiskey, or not, it's a Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then Jameson. You ever had Jameson?
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
Have you ever heard of Jameson?
Well, no, I know you have heard of it.
I'm a fucking pro drinker.
I know you are a drunk. I mean, an alcoholic. You're a drinker.
I mean, a drunk or an alcoholic or whatever you want to call it. But I did buy some.
It's called podcast fuel.
Yeah. I do it every time. Every time we do a podcast.
If you can hear in the background, you hear the little ice. That's his cup of that's his podcast fuel.
But I bought some Crown Royal Peach.
Oh yeah.
They just came out with that. I mix it with a little. Here's the key. Okay, guys, listen to me because I'm a pro. Like I said, mix a little bit of Crown. Do just some regular unsweet tea. Mm-hmm. Splash of lemon juice. Mm-hmm. about a spoonful of sugar, and then
Makes the medicine go down.
peach. Yeah. Makes the medicine go down, and it's some good shit, man.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's our for your amateur drinkers out there. That's our drink tip. We're not trying to make anybody into alcoholics, but if you want to drink, those are the top 10 drinks that are out there.
And speaking of drinking, we're gonna have a little segment here in a little bit. I was at a liquor store this weekend and I was looking for some beer. Went to a place in town. This is our little town, Tahlequah, and I'll do a little shout out for this place called Cronin Bear. It's a little bar.
Go.
Yeah, it's a little bar. It's kind of like a little beer tavern thing, and they got all these like different kinds of trendy little beers and stuff, IPAs and stuff. And I had this one that was a chocolate stout. They just call it chocolate stout. I'm telling you what, it was the best beer I've ever had. I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker, and it was awesome. So I went to the liquor store looking for some of that stuff, and I found this one called Yeti Beer, and it's a Yeti beer, and it's from Colorado, but it's like caramel. Instead of chocolate, it's like caramel and toffee. I haven't tried it yet, but it's like 9-point-something beer. It's like strong, yeah. And I was like, ugh. So I haven't tried it yet. And I did find another one that was a chocolate beer. And as I'm looking through all the chocolate beers, I find this one that literally one can he sold me for $4, and that was on the discount rack, right, for $4. Normal like $7-8 for one can, and it's a habanero chocolate beer
From?
I forget where it was from. The
Stillwater,
yes, from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Iron Monk.
There you go. And we're gonna.
I like that you're a discount shopper. I like that about
you. Well, it's not that I'm a discount shopper.
I'm just fucking with you.
Because discount beer is not very good. But no, we were looking at his beers, and I mentioned this one beer, and he goes, I said, man, I'd like to buy a case of that, but I was like, I'm not going to buy a case of stuff because it was like $21 for a case of that, or 6-pack of that beer. It was expensive. And he says, well, I think I've got one on the discount over here, because I don't know how he had one random beer, but we went over there and sure enough he had that one beer, so we could try it. So later on in this episode we're going to test that habanero chocolate beer.
This will be my first drink ever.
Yeah, right. Your first habanero drink.
Pop my cherry on this beer. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be hot, like a habanero hot. I mean, I guess it would be hot. Or if you cook it out, does it cook out some of the heat? I don't know.
Wait and check in later.
Yeah. Our episode. We're going to do it. It's going to be bad. We're going to probably be running and screaming and looking for milk.
So I'm going to. So those are our top drinks, and we're going to test a beer out later and give you a review. But what I want to do now is I want to make Jeff laugh. I'm going to tell you 3 jokes, Jeff. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. These are jokes that have been ranked, and they're pretty high ranked as far as jokes. So this is going to be real quick. I'm just going to hit you with 3 of them, and then we'll move on to some X-rated stuff, because this is all, okay. We've all done our minor stuff, and we've always got to go back to.
As long as they're not racial jokes, because we'll lose that demographic too.
Let me look. 1, 2, 3. No racist jokes. Okay. Well, number 3 is on the edge.
It's not one of those jokes where you start a rabbi, a priest, and a.
No. But number 3 is on the edge, but it doesn't get it right. It doesn't get racist. Okay. So number 1, a poor man asks a rich man, "What are you getting your wife for Christmas?" Mm-hmm. The rich man replies, "Diamond earrings and a Mercedes." The poor man asks, "Why are you getting her 2 gifts?" The rich man says, "Well, if she doesn't like the earrings, she can drive to the store and exchange them in her Mercedes." Poor man nods, and then the rich man asks him, "So what are you getting your wife this year?" And the poor man thinks about it for a second, and he replies, "A pair of slippers and a dildo."
Oh.
The rich man says, "Why those 2 things?" And the poor man said, "Well, this way, if she doesn't like the slippers, she can go fuck herself." So that's number 1. That's number 1.
Oh, wow.
So is that good? You like that?
Pretty good, but I like that one.
You like that one? Okay. Next one. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. 3 couples are going to get married. 3 couples trying to get married at the same church. There's a young couple, a middle-aged couple, and an elderly couple. The 3 couples meet the priest and discuss when they can get married. "If you wish to get married in my church, you must go 1 month without having sex," the pastor says. 1 month later, the 3 couples return to the church and talk to the priest. He asks the elderly couple, "Have you completed the month without sex?" "Yes, we have. It was easy," replies the elderly couple. "How about you?" asks the middle-aged couple. "It was hard, but we didn't have sex for the whole month." "Awesome." So he asked the young couple, "How about you?" And he said, "No, we couldn't do it." Responds the boyfriend. He said, "Tell me why," says the priest. "Well, my girlfriend had a can of corn in her hand. She accidentally dropped it. She bent over to pick it up, and that's when it happened." And the priest tells him, "Well, you're not welcome in my church anymore. You can't get married." Mm-hmm. The boyfriend says, "Well, that's not a big deal. We're not welcome in the supermarket either."
That's really good.
So that's number 2.
Okay.
And the last one, this is borderline. It's not racist. I don't think it's racist at all. It's just okay. A woman gives twins